Hello, hello. So today I am planning on streaming some racing games from the ZX Spectrum. Um, just because it is the Canadian Grand Prix this weekend, which I'm looking forward to. So decided to stream some F1 games on the Spectrum, or really anything that might have had the Canadian Grand Prix in them. But as it turns out, there's basically very few games which have the Montreal circuit in them. So I decided to change this up a bit and just stream any sort of racing games that I could find. There is one game that somebody helped me find that does have the Montreal Grand Prix in it. So we will get around to that. But first, I'd like to start with the one and only game here that I've actually played back in the day, which is Checkered Flag by Scion? Something like that. Yeah, Scion. So, wait, does my mouse show up? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Or maybe it does. Anyways, this stream I am emulating instead of using the real hardware. Just because it's easier this way for me, and I have a whole mess with my hardware right now, so I am not going to clean this up. Here's a demo. You can listen to these beautiful sounds of this game. But let's get started. Let's see, instructions or enter to play. Scion Checkered Flag. Demo mode. Press I. Okay, let's go with I. Oil. Running over oil is likely to cause a bad skid. Press enter to continue. Water. Running over water will cause a less severe loss of grip. Glass. Broken glass causes a tire to burst, inducing a wobble and loss of performance. Pull in at the pits to change tires. Rocks. Damage the car and cause a fuel leak. Pull in at the pits for repairs. I don't know what kind of racing course these guys are running that they have rocks on them, but I don't think they would run F1 cars on such a course. Pits. To make a pit stop, just come to a halt at the side of the road next to the pits. You can crash by driving too far off the road or accumulating too much damage to the car. Running out of fuel on a long race or due to damage caused by rocks. Overheating by dropping down a gear too soon or constantly over revving. Okay, so there you go. I don't think there is some sort of a championship mode or anything. You just get to choose any of these courses. Most of them are real courses in the sense that the design of the course is what it is in real life, but of course there is no actual graphics in this game that would show them off. So let's start with Brands Hatch and see how it goes. I don't remember the keys. Sorry, instructions, time. Okay. I don't remember what the keys are, so I guess we'll have to figure that out as it goes along. Oh, so that selects the course. When I was growing up and we were playing this game with my sister, we just made up names for all these courses. But as far as I remember, I just remember that Cambridge Ring was the boot. And that's all I remember. Brands Hatch. Enter number of laps. Let's do 3 laps. That seems reasonable. MacFaster Special. Scion Pegasus or Ferretti Turbo. Let's go with the MacFaster Special. Okay, so green flag. Let's figure out what the keys are. Once we figure out how the keys... Oh, that paused the game. Not good. P. O. Okay, whatever that did, they unpaused it. Let's try numbers. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Well, I figured how to accelerate. Does that turn? No, not good. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn. You crashed because you went off the side. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't turn. Would you like to race the same character or press D for demo mode and then I for instructions? It would be nice if the instructions told you what keys to press. So 5 revs up, okay. 4 revs up. Let's see if I can figure out. It seems like P maybe brakes. Is this whole row? Oh, that definitely turned. Stopped. Okay, yeah, I think I got it. Okay, S and D. S and D. I. Okay, so then all the numbers accelerate. The next row down decelerates. S and D turns. Okay, we got this. There's the pits. We don't need to use the pits. Apparently, but definitely need to brake for the turn. Whoa. So apparently I have an automatic gearbox. I think it depends on which car you choose. As far as the gearbox goes. It's hard to judge the speed of the car. And given that the tires are not turning to visually tell me that I'm turning, sort of makes it hard to tell where exactly I am going. Red tree. Another red tree. So the only indication I have that I'm losing control is the sound, which is okay, I guess. Just trying to figure out just how sharp I need to brake for some of these. Hopefully the keyboard sounds aren't coming too strongly through the microphone. As I am using my rather loud keyboard for this. Well, we managed to do 1 lap. That is something. So let's see if we can finish this race. As far as racing games go, this isn't too bad, other than there being no other cars. So it's not really a race. I don't think there's any mode in here that gives you cars on the road. But when it comes to how it handles, it's not too bad, given that this is a game from around 1983-ish. I guess the graphics could be a little bit better just to give you an indication of your speed and your direction. But I think I'm getting a hang of it. So it shouldn't be too hard to finish this race. The one downside of trying to stream racing games is that it's hard to talk and race at the same time. Just too much concentration for me, especially when the keyboard layout is a little odd. Definitely, racing games definitely benefit from a controller of some sort, other than the keyboard. So last lap, I believe. Well, crash on the last lap. It's nice that they gave you the car, like the visuals of the car. You have the front, you have the sides, you have mirrors. It's unfortunate that the mirrors are completely useless since there's no other cars. But it's a nice little addition, I guess, instead of just having just a dashboard or something like that. As far as the background graphics, definitely could use improvement. I mean, at least they tried putting something on the sides of the road, of the racetrack. Like little, I don't know, tree stumps or something. Barely noticeable turn indicators. A telephone pole. Trees that turn red for some reason as you pass them. I'm not sure what the deal is with the color changing like that. Is it only the trees that do that? Yeah. Like the telephone poles and the other stuff doesn't do that. Weird. Anyways, checkered flag! We managed to finish this. Race time was 6 minutes. State of car, fair overall. Of engine required 1 day's work. Well done, you beat the old lap record. Would you like another race in this or the? Since this is such a basic racing game, I'm gonna say let's call it for this game, just because all the other circuits are going to be basically the same. Let's try something else. I do have about a lineup of about 10 different games here. So let's move on. Most of these games I tested out just to see that they start up, not so much that they actually run the whole course or anything like that. Some of them I did play a little bit as I posted in the Discord. So let's see what GPC is. Accolade. Accolade is a pretty well-known game maker, or used to be. Not around anymore. Accolade, wait for it. Accolade presents Grand Prix Circuit, coded by Random Access, visuals by Chris Lowe. Would be nice if the splash screen stayed longer. So I did try this out. This is the game I believe that was recommended to me because it has the Canadian Grand Prix Circuit on it. And if I recall correctly, word of warning, the engine sounds in this one are quite terrible. But I guess you are just going to have to deal with that. Just want to see something. Why is this? That's weird. I am hoping I am still broadcasting. Because I am messing around with that. Never mind, shouldn't touch that when I'm broadcasting. Anyways, so let's see if we can figure out how to get this going once again. Believe you needed to practice single race championship. So we're gonna play a championship circuit since my testing out of this. I noticed that if you go to practice or single race, it doesn't let you choose which circuit to play on. So if we do want to play on the actual Montreal racing circuit, we got to do the championship mode. I believe there's a way. No, there's a way to scroll down that using some key and get different information. Let me try that again. Accolade presents. Weird that they did like a voice thing. So I guess it's a there. Yeah, there we go. So the right cursor goes up and down, and the up and down cursor goes left to right. Fascinating. Difficulty will stay on white, whatever that is, hopefully the easiest one. Let's see if we can enter a name. Yes, we can. Goats. So we are ready to race. And we got a choice of a McLaren, a Williams, or a Ferrari. For some reason the visuals aren't changing on the cars themselves. Let's just randomly pick McLaren. Yeah, that was random. Can we change the names, the visual of the car? Not yet. Okay. And as you can see, there's our championship competition. We start in Brazil, go to Monaco, Canada, Detroit, Britain, Germany, Italy, and Japan. Rather short F1 season, but it does include Canada, and that's what counts. And here we go. Now we get to figure out what the keys are. Pause. So we can pause. If I remember correctly, I don't. Oh, maybe I do. There we go. So 9 is accelerating. That's good. See if we can figure out how to turn. Whoa. Okay, 6 and 7 turns. Can I assume 8 brakes? Yep. Okay. Okay, we got it. So, since this is a newer game by a few years than the checkered flag that we just played, the visuals are definitely better in the sense that there's a background graphic at least, but it doesn't feel like there's better frames per second sort of thing. And as you can see, I can drive right off the course, but my damage increases. The car graphics are actually worse, I would say, than in checkered flag. And given the low frame rate, the perception of speed is very odd. Doesn't feel fast at all, even though I'm supposedly doing 200 kilometers per hour right now. Steering is really bad, like really bad. That was the sound of me going top speed. But the problem with steering is that it doesn't recenter fast enough. So I'm trying to... There we go. Top speed, enjoy that sound while it lasts. As I try to negotiate this turn. Like I said, the steering doesn't auto-center, and the car turns very easily, so it's rather hard to keep it going in a straight line. Strangely, no cars in this game either to compete against. But once again, we do have a visual of mirrors in our car that do absolutely nothing. We are almost done with one lap, and hopefully we'll be able to finish it before our car explodes from all the damage that we've been taking. And yep, the pit in. Yeah, no, we don't need to pit in. No, stop. The engine sound at the top speed is just the worst thing I've ever heard. Especially since it has that. Jesus, just turn off. Like that. Too late. Towed to the pits. Terrible sounds. I'm sure you guys are hearing it a lot worse than I am, just because I have my speakers turned down quite a lot. Autodromo Decidade. Okay. Is this the race now? Lap 2? Position 1? Do I actually have to finish this to progress? Because if that is the case, I'm going to say we are not going to make it to Canada today. Because I am definitely not enjoying this game compared to at least Checkered Flag. Checkered Flag was playable and I could play it pretty much as long as I want to. This one, not only is the sound terrible, but the controls are terrible as well. I started by saying that the graphics are improved over Checkered Flag, but other than having those mountains in the background and I guess having the map image, it's not really that big of an advancement, given that there's still no other cars on the circuit and that the road itself isn't any better than what the Checkered Flag's graphics were. I am just hoping that my volume is okay compared to this drone coming from the car. It's pretty... controls are bad also in the sense that I can't get it straight. I'm going left and right just to keep going on the road, but the second I get off road I have a hard time just getting back on to the racetrack. Weird. And if you notice, there's a little sad crying face in the steering wheel. What is that about? And there's that buzzing again. Wow. Yeah, we're not getting to Canada in this this game. Seem to be able to. Let's see if we can make it to the pits. Pit. We're in the pit. Can we stop? There we go. Pit stop. Change left tire. Change all tires. Right tires. This tire. Right tire. Just do something. Are they working? Am I supposed to be working? The pit stop does nothing. I guess we did something. The good news is our damage is gone. We're gonna have a new record as far as slow laps go, but maybe we can actually complete this one Grand Prix and see how well that goes. Just curious. I really want to finish the Grand Prix just to see what the results will be. We did see in Checkered Flag that the results were just comparing you to the old lap record. So I guess if you play it over and over again, you can see if you can beat your lap record or beat whoever you are playing with record. So there is that. With this one, since there's no other cars on the road, I'm just curious how the championship is decided. If there is just a hard set time that you have to beat to make a certain place, or what the deal is with that. The one crappy thing about most Spectrum games is that since there's no hard drive or anything like that on the Spectrum, it's all just loaded from tape. Whoa. We can make it. You can make it. So there was no way to actually save your high scores or fastest laps or anything like that for most games. There are games that do feature a save feature where you can put in a tape and save your save the game over with the new times and stuff like that, but most games did not have it. So even in Checkered Flag, if you get the best record, the second you turn off the computer, that record is gone. I guess though you can always write it down, or yeah, you would write it down in some notebook or something. Since back in those days we did used to just draw our own maps and write down all the clues and stuff like that. And we managed to finish the second lap. We're not gonna stop in the pits, we'll keep going. These days I guess you would just, well, first of all you would just save to a file or whatever, or it would be uploaded to your Steam file or anything cool like that. But you can always just take out your cell phone and take a picture just to show off your awesome high score or fastest lap. Back in those days, if you want to take a picture, you were limited to film cameras, since digital cameras did not show up until probably end of the 80s or early 90s, at least in a sort of consumer affordable sort of way. Let's see if we can keep it straight in this straightaway. It takes so long for the steering wheel to recenter, it's bizarre. And yet it feels so loose, I would say. Come on, you can do it. I believe we're doing 3 laps, so I'm hoping we'll be able to finish this lap off and see the results. Also, for an F1 car, this thing accelerates really slowly, as far as I can tell. Given that it has an automatic transmission, it's also, it feels like it's shifting too early or something. Jesus Christ, it's a straight line. It feels almost like the straight lines are harder to navigate in the turns, just because in a turn you're going in one direction, you have to turn, while in the straight line I'm fighting it just to go straight. Oh, we managed to finish this lap. There we go. Oh my god. What was that? Was that supposed to be practice? Okay, so we will see. I guess we will see if there's other cars on the road, if there is a race. We're gonna slug it out. Let's see if we can make it to a race. I'm just hoping that qualifying is just like 1 lap, because I am about ready to quit this game and go to something else. It's not an enjoyable racing experience, I gotta say that. Especially with this sound. And it's so weird because not only is there this loud, let's say, buzzing noise of the engine at top gear, but there's also like this really high-pitched on and off sound. Maybe it's just my speakers or something that don't like the frequency of this buzzing. But there's definitely some bizarro high-pitched background thing here, almost like somebody has an alarm on somewhere in a different room or something. At least we managed to go straight in the straight line, so we got that going for us, which is nice. I so hope it's not 3 laps. If it is 3 laps, I am totally quitting this game, because I am not willing to take this. I wish I could see other cars, and I wish you guys could see if there's other cars, but this game, it is terrible. I believe this game actually came out on multiple platforms, since Accolade is a pretty big publisher, or was a big developer, or whatever they were. And the ZX Spectrum version would definitely be the most crappy version of it. If you look at the screenshots, wait, oh, yeah, okay, it's over. There we go. Somehow, by some miracle, that drive qualified as number 1. Travis Day, Bruno Gurdo, Don Matrelli, Tony Borlini, Vito... What is with all these Italians? Peter Kurtz, Carl Tyrone, Se Sakamoto, Nigel Levins. See, weird, because in most of these games, you would think they would do a play on actual people's names and stuff like that. Those are definitely not F1 drivers. Prepare to race. I'm ready to race. Let's do the race. Maybe there's gonna be other cars. Wrong button. Well, nobody overtook me. Let's see here. As far as the map goes, it seems to be showing different cars. So maybe there are different cars behind me. The mirrors, of course, don't work. So hard to tell. But given the way that my dot is moving away from everybody else, I'm gonna say the computer AI is even worse at this game than I am, which is definitely odd. A thought came to mind that I probably should have restarted the game and set the game to only be like 1 lap or something to get this over faster. But given that we are already 7 laps into this game, I am not willing to do that. I guess we'll see if we can catch up to the other cars, if they actually are real cars, by lapping them. Given that how far I pulled away during 1 lap, maybe we will be able to catch up to them in 3 laps. Wow. Or maybe we'll pit and let them pass me. Don't really care about the results, so let's see if we go into the pits to clean out our damage, if there's going to be a difference in the sense that they're going to be able to catch up to me. So as far as developer goes, or publisher goes, can't remember what Accolade was, but I do have fond memories of other Accolade games. Not that I can recall any at this moment, but I always considered Accolade to be a decent enough publisher. I believe they were a publisher. Almost at the pits. Pits, stop. Oh god. Totally missed the pits. That's a disaster. Oh, this is a bad. Okay. Well, I guess we'll keep going. We were going way too fast and missed the pits completely. By a huge margin. That's unfortunate. At least we didn't take too much damage. Still at half damage, so not too bad. But the bad news about this whole thing is that given that... No, never mind. I was going to say I'm getting better at this game, but then I realized that I still can't keep the car straight in a straight line. Just there, right there. It's still not going straight. No, too much. Still not straight. Right there, there we go. I guess it's sort of nice that they put in that little steering wheel ball to tell you which way you're turning, since there's no other visuals to tell you anything else, like which way your steering wheel is pointed. So otherwise it would have been completely impossible to tell that your car is incapable of going straight. But this sound, good God. Pit's coming up. We're just gonna slow down now for the pits, since we definitely need to stop in the pits. Or you know what? Screw it. No time. If we catch up to them, great. If we explode from all the bad turns we take, even better. Like this bad turn. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to being damaged, beyond repair, and getting towed to the pits. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Another thing of note is, if you look at the map of the racetrack and look at the actual racetrack that I'm racing on, the turns are definitely not as sharp as you would expect them to be. Given that I am capable of doing most of these turns at top speed. Straight line, there we go. It makes you wonder why they bother with the map at all, really, since it's not really representative of what the game shows. Like, at least in Checkered Flag, in Checkered Flag, you could lose control just from going too fast in a turn. You could hear the wheels screeching and all of that. In this one, there's nothing like that. Is the race over? Travis Day finished. Do we want to race in Monaco? No, we don't. Holy shit, look, another car. Okay, let's race just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just gonna go slowly, since these guys don't seem to be... Wow. Why are there other cars? Are we just basically racing in a new circuit without any qualifications or anything? Position 4, lap 1. Would be nice to know if we're actually racing or if this is... How am I supposed to pass these guys? They're just driving side by side. There we go. We might have passed that guy and then drove right off the edge, but he's not passing me. Damn it! They're blocking the road. Let me see if I can box my way through him once more. So, this doesn't look like Monaco to me. In fact, this racetrack looks exactly the same as the Brazilian racetrack. I mean, I know there are mountains in Monaco, but there are also other buildings than that one building. Well, we lost the position. This is terrible. and I refuse to play it anymore. Let's move on to a different game. At least we got to see different cars and find out that they are impossible to pass because they just drive side by side as we drift out of control. No, no. Okay, next game is called Let's see. Couldn't find the room. Okay. Don't worry about that. Oh, this game. Please wait. Please wait. Please wait. So this is the game that I posted in the Discord last night. Grand Prix Manager, programmed by P. Bolton, 1984. Press a key. Check out those graphics. So the message you saw there, the error message, was because the emulator couldn't emulate this in 128K mode, so it had to switch over to a 48K mode for some reason. Just gonna have to remember to switch back to 128K later on. Press a key. You gotta love a game that starts with giant flashing visuals and loud noises. Select difficulty. 1 being very difficult, 10 very easy. Weird scale, but okay, let's go with 8. We're not completely retarded, so we can go with 8. Difficulty selected is 8. Press any key to continue. New season. How many races this season? Let's say 5. Let's go 5 races. Team summary. Team driver, car, mechanics. So, as you can see, there's my team there, team player, and the other teams listed. Ferrari, Lotus, Bram, Williams, and Renault. So, this being a manager game, I will need to get a driver, get a car, get some mechanics. So let's start with sponsorship. You have £0 in the bank. Sponsor satisfaction rating is 83%. Apparently, brand new team. My sponsors aren't perfectly happy with me, but they're pretty okay, given that there's been no results whatsoever. Okay, how much do you want? Don't you just love when sponsors say that? So, last time as I posted on Discord, I said all of it, and they didn't like that answer. Then I wrote down a big number. They didn't like that answer. But now that I know the secret that I need about, what was it, 17,000 for a really good team, let's ask for £15,000. You want £15,000? Okay, you can have £15,000. That was easy. I should have asked for more. Helmets. I was going to say cheese, but they're definitely helmets. Press any key to continue. Select driver. Let's see who we got here. A. Jones, J. Hunt, S. Moss, N. Lauda, J. Stewart, G. Hill, N. PK, J. Watson, R. Arnaud, A. Prost. So let's go with Arnaud since he's the cheapest guy we can get. We're not planning on being the top team. We just want to get going, let's say, and not go bankrupt after the first race. Arnaud was a French driver, if I recall correctly, and the name does suggest he was French. Can't remember if he amounted to anything. He might have won 1 or 2 races. Higher mechanics. Let's see here. Higher mechanics. We got different skills at different wages. Hire, fire, or quit. Well, we don't have anybody to fire. We don't want to quit without any mechanics, so we gotta hire. Enter spanner rating required. So last time I made the mistake of buying a whole bunch of low skill mechanics. This time let's go with enter spanner rating required, spanner rating of 5, enter number of mechanics, let's go with 2 really good mechanics, and let's get some middle of the road sort of guys, 5 of those. 7 mechanics for 1 car should be enough. Press D to change driver name. No, our no is fine. Press T to change team name. Definitely. Team number 1 is no longer player. It is now Team Goats. There we go. Ferrari trembles. Let's see here. Driver summary, car summary, hire fire, see sponsors, rival summary, go to race. Can we go see sponsors one more? Oh, sorry. 7, 6, and S. Okay. Why can't you just press the number that's on the menu? Don't know. 7, 6. 6. See sponsors. And S for select. Sponsorship. You have 15,000. Oh, my sponsors are not happy for some reason. How much do you want? Let's ask for another 2,000. You want 2,000? Okay, you can have 2,000. I should have asked for more. But at least I know for sure that at this point, most likely, we will not go bankrupt after the first race. So let's go racing. Awesome sounds. This is race 1 of 5 this season. Press any key to continue. Expenditure summary. We got 17 grand. We spent 12. We still got $4,000. Can't complain. We're not bankrupt. Drivers, mechanics, hotel bills, travel expenses, petrol, oil. That's not too bad. Just the mechanics are the most expensive. Let's see if the mechanics can get us a car that will finish the race. Check it out. Renault hired some mechanics. Race plan. Yep, so we gotta figure out what angle we want our wing to be, even though we have no idea what's good or bad really. But given that, let's see here, half of it is straight, but there is a 60% chance of rain. So let's go with like a, we gotta have some angle just for the bends and the rain worries, just to have some downforce. But let's go with like 25% or whatever that is, degrees. Sure. I said sure. S for sure. Sure. There we go. Tire compound. Soft, hard. In the middle is fine. Smooth or deep. Let's go with something really deep because it most likely will be raining. Do you want the race highlights? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see this race. Check this out. There's lap 18 out of 56. Cars moving. Look at that car go. And what was the result of that? Our fuel is okay. Our temperatures are okay. We're in 3rd place. And here is lap 30 of 56, about halfway there. Oh, we're passing them. Look at them go. That guy is making everybody look like they're standing still. We're in 1st place, people. 1st place. It's only halfway through. Lap 30 in progress. Your car is coming in for the pit stop. Press any key to continue. Wow. Look at those duck hams. and Michelin's and Champion, Bosch. What the hell is Duckhams? The other ones are real names. But those pit guys definitely know what they're doing. Lap 42? Oh no! We got passed! We got passed again! This is terrible news. We're in third place. But the car is still working, so we got that going for us. Let's see. Lap 42? Yeah! We're back on top. Amazing action in this race. Temperature is going up. But we are almost finished with the race. End of race. Terrible sounds. End of race. Nice one. Thumbs up. Well done. Sport. You came first. Your sponsor is very pleased. Yeah. Look at those thumbs go. Pit stops. Team mechanics skills time. Team mechanics 7 mechanics of skill 3 did it in 18 seconds. So quite good compared to all the other guys. Race positions, we finished first. League positions after race 1. League table, position, team, points. We got 6 points. Bram is right behind us. Okay, so we know that the race cost us money. What was it? I was 4,000 after. So we spent, what was it? 14,000 on the race, give or take. So we need to recoup that through the sponsors. So let's go see the sponsors and see if we can get some money out of them. You have 4 grand. Sponsors are 100% satisfied. Thumbs up. Well done, sport. How much do you want? Ooh, tough question. But I want $20,000. You want 20,000 pounds? Yeah, okay. Once again, should have asked for more. But we're not gonna look at gift horse in the mouth or whatever you want to say it. We are going to... what is car summary? Car summary. What? If anybody can explain that visual to me, you're welcome to it. Do you want to buy a new car? Car perfection rating. No. Do you want a full overhaul? Shoot. Yes. Yes, we definitely need a new overhaul. Car perfection rating 9. Do you want to invest in R&D? Wow, this game is getting complex. Yes. How much do you want to invest? We don't have that much money. 3,000. Well, no, that's not 1,000. 3,000. Quiet. Geniuses at work. Mechanics report. Damn. Our research has improved your car perfection rating by 24%. Money well spent. But now we definitely need to go to the sponsors and see if we can get some more money out of them, because we just spent all of it. Guys, listen, I spent the $20,000. Can I have 20,000 more? Yes, I want 20,000 more. Oh. Oh. That's not good. We gotta win this race, or we're gonna go bankrupt, people. Okay, let's go racing. This is race number 2 of 5 this season. Expenditure summary. Operating balance. Total spend 14,000. Closing balance minus 10,000. Oh, not good. Not good at all. Lotus improves car by 8%. Bram hires 5 wrench mechanics. Let's see. Different race. No rain whatsoever. Mostly straight lines. Straight lines mean we gotta go fast. Few bends. So let's just get a little bit of angle on this. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just let's say 10 degrees. Since it's mostly straight lines, we don't want too much angle to slow us down. Select, select, select. Thank you. No rain, so we want a softer compound. Oh, mostly straights. Would a harder tire do better in straights? Well, let's go with -1. Tread type, let's go with, no, too much, 2, yeah, let's go with 2. Because there are a few curves there. Race highlights, absolutely. I live for these things. Lap 18 out of 84. 84 laps. Passing everybody. Just the way we like to play. How come we don't qualify in front of them to begin with? Let's see here. What happened now? Lap 46. Wow, they're just standing. We're halfway through the race here, people. We're in first place. We're gonna need to pit, most likely. Fuel is still okay. Temperature is still okay. Your car examined for a pit stop. Look at these pit crews go. Pit stop 18 seconds. Did you see them work so hard? Lap 74 out of 8. Oh no! 2 cars, 3 cars. That's not good. Guys, we need to win this race. We're gonna go bankrupt here, people. Fuel is almost done. Temperature is way out there. Pass somebody. Lap 74 out of 84. Just 1 car. Not happy about that. We have the best car in the business here, people. Is the race over? Yeah, the race is over. We finished 3rd. Not sure if that's good. End of race, end of race, end of race. What a terrible sound. We did a good job on the pit stops once again, but that didn't matter. League positions before race? What do I care? I know those. Yep, we were definitely in first. League positions after race 2. Well, we're tied for 2nd place with Ferrari, so not too bad. Bank balance minus 10,000. Do you want to arrange a meeting with your sponsor? Yes, absolutely. Guys, money, need, badly. Ooh. Let's ask for 15,000. They were okay with giving me that before. You want 15,000? Thank Christ. We're in the positives. We're not going bankrupt. You have 4,000 in the bank. Okay. Sponsor satisfaction. Okay. So we can move on. I want to go back to talking to the sponsors because I want more money. More money so we can not go bankrupt. What's my sponsor satisfaction right now? Ooh, only 8%. How much do you want? How about just a little bit? Just tiny bit. 5,500. Well, it's not too bad. At least it's not like 68 pounds. So we still can't afford all of it, like the whole race, but we're not too badly off. As long as we manage to finish the race, get some results for our sponsors, we should be okay. A little bit cheaper this time for some reason. Only 13,009. Still bankrupt, but not as badly as before. So what race do we have here? Ooh, 43% chance of rain, mostly straight. So let's give it a little bit more angle. Last time, I wonder how much this plays into the race. Okay, we go 20% or 20 degrees now. Select. Thank you. Not sure why the button doesn't work there. Let's see here. I suspect maybe we lost just because of the compound last time. Let's go with a +2 this time. Since there is chance of rain, we'll go with a 4 as far as depth goes. Yes, definitely highlights. Nobody improved their cars or did anything. Lap 15 out of 67. We passed those guys. We got fuel, we got temperature. We keep going, right? Go Speed Racer. Lap 37, halfway there. We pass them good. We're in first place. Let's see if we can keep it up. Fuel, okay. Temperature, okay. Pit stop time. Same sponsors. More duck hams. That can't be a real company. Bosch is a real company. Champion is a real thing. Michelin is probably a real company. Lap 52 out of 67. No, they're passing me. No. Okay. We can still salvage this. We can still catch up. We're still in third place. It's not too bad. We still have okay fuel and temperature. Let's see the results of this last possible thing. Yes, we're gonna pass him. We pass him. We're gonna be in first place. Leaderboard. Car number 1 is number 1. Race is over. We have won. And. Don't you just love when an F1 race ends with a whistle? Nice one! Wait for the thumbs up. Wait for the thumbs up. There we go. Well done, sport. You came first. Your sponsor is very pleased. Look at all these multicolored sponsors that we have. Pit stops. Same time as always. Why do the other mechanics take so much longer? Who knows? Who cares? As long as we're winning. League positions before the race, we were tied with Ferrari. Let's see what happened now. We're in first place. 16 points. We're 2 points ahead of Ferrari. Doing good so far. But we still have 2 races to go. Uh-oh, we gotta see our sponsors about the money. The money. Sponsor satisfaction is 100%. We need to recoup some of this money. How much can we ask for that we can get away with? We know we can get away with 20,000. Can we get away with... You know what? No, let's not push it. Let's grab 20,000 more, because I know we can get that. Yes, thank you. That way we're not going bankrupt. And now we can go see the sponsors again, maybe get a little bit more money. Now that the game continues and I don't have to worry too much, since we have enough money to keep going. 2%? That's not good. Guys, give me something. You want 2,000? Yes, I want to spend. No. Oh. Disappointed. Oh, excuse me. I am getting over a little bit cold. Car summary. Like, seriously, what is this graphic? And the fact that it just draws 2 lines. It's not a car. Trying to look at it from a different angle. I have no idea. Do you want to buy a new car? No. Can't afford that. Yes, we can afford a little R&D. Let's say 2,000. Geniuses at work. Please be quiet. This terrible music does not bother them. 28% increase. Can't complain about that. So we should have enough money to keep going. Let's go racing. Race number 4 out of 5. Expenditure summary. Oh, whoa, we are $365 in the red. Once again, the total is a little bit lower than before. That's weird. But anyways. So, definitely raining. So we want as much downforce as possible, right? Though I'm not sure if the actual wing angle affects the rain. Well, not the rain, but if having more angle on that will give me better traction in the rain. Or if it's just tires that are most important in the rain. But let's go with a nice 40-degree angle to give us a really good... Ooh, excuse me. Select. To give us nice, good downforce in that rainy. It will cost us quite a lot in the straights. Tire compound. Hard and soft. Let's go with a 0. But since it's definitely going to rain, let's go with a 9. A nice deep tire for that rain. Race highlights. Here we go. Lap 20 out of 111 laps. What kind of Grand Prix is this? But we're in 3rd place. So far so good. What's new? Draw that racetrack. Lap 50. We're almost halfway there. We pass him. We're in 1st place. Time for some pits. We can do this, guys. Oh, something is happening. 80 out of 110. Oh, we're getting passed. What happened to the pit stops? We're in 4th place. Where's the pit stops, guys? 4th place is not a good place to be, guys. We need money. Money to win. Now you're coming in for the pits? Not sure about this pit strategy, guys. But you are the geniuses. Look at them dancing. Doing that dance that changes tires and fuels the car or something. 18 minutes of dancing. Lap 100. Yes, we are passing. Now we're in 2nd place. That's not the worst place to be. And race is not over. That doesn't make me happy. What happens now? Yes, that's good, that's good. We are passing. We're passing. We're in 1st place. Race is over. Wait for it. Wait. There you go. Race is over. We finished first. Sponsors will be happy. I know it. I have a feeling that the sponsors will be happy about this. Nice one. Nice one. Thumbs up. Well done, sport. You aim first. Sponsor is very pleased. They even put little stars with every letter just to show me how pleased they are. Pit stops, same as always. Same as always. 18 seconds. League positions before the race, we were leading. What's going to happen now? League positions after race 4. We are well ahead of Ferrari with 22 points. Ferrari's 4 points behind. They're the only ones who can kick me off right now with the last race coming up. All we have to do is finish, and we will almost assuredly do good in the final standings. Yes, we definitely do need to see sponsors about the money. The money. It's always about the money. 100% satisfied. Give me my 20,000. It's a little odd, but I'll take it. I'm not gonna spend any money. I'm not gonna ask for more money. I just want to have this race over so we can finish the season on a good note. We are guaranteed some sort of good place. So let's go racing. Let's see this last race. What do we have ahead of us? Race 505. Expenditure summary. We spend even less. These guys are good. They know how to really cut down on the spending over the season's time. And we have a little bit of money in the bank. That means we won't have to worry. 91% chance of rain. And quite a lot of bends in this one. So let's go with 40% once more. It worked out quite well for us. I'm sure we can make it work again. There we go. Select. So we want soft or hard. What did we say before? No. A little bit soft, just a little bit. Definitely deep. Let's go with an 8. Since there's only 91%, definitely highlights. This is going to be the race to watch. Lap 23 out of 107. Look at us go right into third place. Fourth place basically guarantees us winning the championship. But can we do better? Lap 46 out of 107. We're sneaking into second place. Those guys never saw us coming. Just casually driving along. Don't push it, guys. Just keep going nice and smooth. Lap 57. We passed for first place. We want total domination of this season. Let's see how well we're doing. Half and half. We're halfway there. Pit stop. Do the dance, guys. The audience isn't too excited, but look at those mechanics go. And quite frankly, it's a weird audience. Everybody's sitting in pairs. Weird. 18 seconds. Like clockwork, those guys. Lap 80. We're getting past. But it's okay. For third place. Yes, we're still fine with third place. As long as the car doesn't blow up, I'm happy. Let's see. Lap 80. We're passing. We're going for first place. We're greedy. We want that win. And race is over. We finished first. End of race. 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 Nice one. Give me the thumbs up. There we go. Well done, sport. You aim first. Your sponsor is very pleased. Wait till he sees the result of the whole season. Who knows what can happen? What did it look like before? Check it out. And here come the results. End of season. Final league positions follow. Well done! Jesus Christ, how long are these arms? How many of these arms are there? Your sponsor is over the moon. You've won the championship. And a seizure. 28 points. Ferrari fall behind with 22. Renault, Bram, Williams, and Lotus coming up at the back. Manager rating this season, last season, difficulty 8, rating 30. Maximum rating obtainable at this difficulty level is 30. We're the best managers possible. Press N for new game or any other key to continue. Let's see what happens if we continue. I want to check out the other games. New season, okay. So, just whatever. Press D to change driver's name, T to change team names, E for exit. Yeah, so we can continue going that. Just out of curiosity, can I see the sponsors about getting... Let's see here. What can we get? 83% satisfied. I just won the freaking season. Can we start with 50,000? Oh, okay. Well, I don't need it now. I'm quitting this game. But thanks. So let's move on to a different game. And this one, before I start it, I'm gonna say the sound is god awful to start with. So let just that be a warning. This is Hang On the ZX Spectrum. So I did play quite a lot of Hang On while playing Shenmue, and I decided that there has to be a port of this game over to the Spectrum, and here it is. Check out this music, this god-awful music. And I assume this is supposed to be the map. We're in Africa. There's actually a multiple different not versions, but I'd say versions of the Hang On game. Hang On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not meaning there's sequels, but every single different version gives you the different stages. So I'm assuming this one here is just this one stage. See if we can move on out of this music. Thank you. Super Hang On from Electronic Dreams. Was trying to read that. 1986 Sega Enterprises. So Hang On is... Stop that. Hang On is known for their awesome soundtrack. And after playing so much Hang On, stop that, on the Shenmue, I decided to make that opening soundtrack as my ringtone. And it is quite decent for a ringtone. But what that background music was, I don't know. I guess they tried. They probably shouldn't have. Let's stop. Jesus Christ. It really wants to go to the demos, whatever, screen. So cursor keys, attributes, sensitivity, fire to start game. Can I start? There we go. Let's see if we can figure out the keys. Oh! P. Okay, we got that going. Q speeds up. A slow down. Okay, and apparently, even without touching it, he decides to go 90 kilometers per hour. So just a little bit of an action game. So let's just get used to it. As far as graphics go, if we compare it to, didn't really talk about graphics in the other game. Those graphics were awesome. This game's graphics, compared to, let's say, that Accolade game, are definitely pretty cool. As far as Spectrum game goes, these aren't too bad of a graphic. Definitely other racers on it, and you can definitely tell that this is the Sega game just because you have the same sort of... Oh yeah, timer. We're gonna try to do better with the timer. You definitely have the same sort of trees and weird signs along the way. Gonna give this game just a few tries because there is still quite a few games that I want to try out later. Let's give this a better try. Now that we know the controls. So like I was saying, the graphics aren't too bad. It's interesting that your character is colored compared to almost everything else, and the other drivers are just black and white, well, black and yellow, or black and nothing, whatever you want to classify this as. Let's see if we can make it to at least a checkpoint here. I'm sure I will soon demonstrate this, but one of the biggest differences that I've noticed between this version and the Sega version, like the arcade version, oh, made it to a checkpoint, is that while the graphics themselves are a little bit different, the biggest difference I noticed was in the crashing animation. If you recall from watching the Shenmue LP, if you crashed into any of the road signs or anything along the road in the arcade version, your bike just went flying and exploded in the back while your driver went tumbling around the road. This one's just a little bit different, just a little bit different. I'll show that off. We'll see how far we get along first though. Well, almost. Didn't make it to the next checkpoint. Or, oh, so close. Just gonna show off that. Oh, CAA. A. Ka. Let me just show off you the crashing animation and we'll move to a different game. No objections to this game whatsoever. As far as gameplay goes, this one's not bad at all. It's not as exciting as the Grand Prix Manager, but let's be honest here, few games are. Showing off the crashing graphics very soon, maybe? If you touch the other guys, you bounce off and slow down, but if you drive into a tree, look at that bike go, oh. It just lands there. So that's a real... that gave me a pretty decent laugh when I saw it first, comparing it to the Sega one. Yeah. Oh, just a tiny little bike. Yeah. We can crash again. No, we can't. Yes, we can. We can do it. Oh. Anyways, let's move on to a different game. I could probably spend time playing this, but like I said, this game is broken down into different versions, and that sort of takes away from it, I think. Let's see here. Let's see what this is. Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. Programmed by Ali Davidson. Graphics by Bernie. Copyright 1990 Gremlin Graphics. Check out these specs on the Lotus. Music's not bad. Let's see here. 264 260 pound-feet torque. Suspension front and rear. That's good. Voltmeter, oil pressure, rev counter. What else do we have here? Acceleration curve. Based on government fuel economy figures. Gremlin presents. What do they present? Loaded Desperate Turbo Challenge. Let's move on. That changes that. That moves on. So easy. 7 races. Number of players 1. Music. Yeah, we can go with that one. Player 1. Fire input name. Automatic gears. Automatic accelerate. Whoops. Forward key does nothing. Backwards key does nothing. Steer left, steer right, and fire slows you down. I guess that's one way to set the difficulty. Just let the car go by itself. Italy, race number 1 of 7. Location Verona in North Italy. Cars records 320.8. Record holder player 1. I'm already winning this one. Lap distance 4 of 2.011 miles. Course long curves. Nodes roadside rocks. Watch out for rocks. Finish 8th or better to qualify for next race. Wow. So it automatically accelerates. Let's see if we can figure out what that paused it. Okay. We'll figure out what key turns. Oh, that turned this way. Can we turn the other way? Yes, we can. Okay, there we go. So we figure out that 6 and 7 turns. It's unfortunate half the screen is taken up by the grab. Whoa! What is my place here? 16th. That's not good. And given that they introduced hills onto the racetrack, it would be nice if the view changed just a little bit so I can see it when we're going over the hills. Especially when there's a turn right after the... Holy shit. Oh, Jesus. Am I on the racetrack? I don't know. I think space slows down. I hope space slows down. I'm pressing it to make things happen, and I'm hoping things happen. So far, so good. 13th. It's only lap 2. When did we pass the... Oh, Jesus, stop turning. So at least the car out of centers. Instead, unlike that Accolade game. I'm not sure what the sound is like for you guys. Because this is pretty loud for me, even though I have it turned down quite a lot. 12th, 11th. Where's the road? We can make it to 8. Telling you. A lot of these, let's say, graphically challenged racing games seem to like to have mountains in the background. Just give you, something to race towards too. Oh, that was a lap. Okay, we're in 10th. Not too bad. Gotta finish 8th. We should be able to make it as long as the car doesn't explode or something. As long as I keep my eyes on the road and not at the mountains, I am not going to get dizzy. Ninth place. Somehow we passed that guy. Don't really need to use the brakes too much. Fuel doesn't seem to be showing anything. What else? Is there a damage indicator somewhere? I'm not seeing it. We'll see, I guess, after the race. Where is that 8th position guy? Well, final lap. There he is. There they are. Need to pass these people. Get out of the way. Game in... Oh no! Guys, I need to finish 8th to keep playing this game. Get out of the way, get out of the way! No! Shit! I really should be using the brake a little bit. Where did they go? We weren't that far behind. Not good. People are finishing. There's a checkered flag coming or something. They're showing up. The pits. The guys. Just a little bit. No, get out of the way. Out of the way, guys. You can't drive side by side on the right. Oh. That is disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Who are these bastards? Nigel Mainsail and Crusher Banger? James Hunt, Stag Bloomquist, Mikey Lauder, Resolve Brooks, Nelson Pickett's, Ricardo Pastry, and Mary Walker. Well, the sound is fantastic, I would say. As far as the music goes, not the actual round, but that wasn't too bad either. Current table, we got 2 points. No, game over. Let's move on to the next game. It is 9:30 already. Next game is Outrun by Sega once again. US Gold, the game that the publisher that we found out wasn't from the US. There's our fantastic Outrun soundtrack, which makes me wonder why the Hang On soundtrack didn't make it. Because this is a pretty well-known track, and they did a pretty decent job of translating it onto the Spectrum. No complaints about that. Outrun traffic controls. Let's see what controls is. Conversion by Probe Software. Probe Software, where do I know that name from? Keyboard cursor. Let's go for keyboard. Unfortunately, it doesn't let me set it. Okay, let's play, I guess. Outrun. Okay. Okay. Q accelerates. See if we can. O and P. Finally, a game with decent controls. So here we are in our black and green Ferrari, enjoying the Outrun soundtrack. Where's the traffic? Lap timer is going down, strangely slow. Like those aren't actual seconds, are they? No. Oh, there's traffic. Whoa! Volkswagen Beetle moving at me at like a 200 kilometers per hour there. I would say, as far as conversions go, this one is pretty damn decent. I mean, of course, you don't have the. Once again, we don't have the perception of speed, but that's pretty much the limitation of fucking Beetles. Pretty much limitation of the Spectrum hardware. Just not that capable of drawing things really fast, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. That is one of the reasons why gaming consoles did take off back in those days, because they had much better graphics than what most people were seeing from their computers. And this is a computer that... Whoa! Frickin' Beatles. This is a computer, this is not a gaming console. If you wanted to hook this up to a printer and make some spreadsheets, it is possible that you could have done that. Though, of course, for the ZX Spectrum pretty much all the reasons to buy it were for video games. Pretty much the same as with the Commodore 64. But there's, of course, a selection of actual software as well. Time is out. What does that mean? Best Outrunners. Do I get to choose a letter? With something? Oh, something here. Something there. What? L? I thought I did. Managed to press L. Weird. Anyways, we'll move on to a different game. Actually, let's see what traffic is. Easy, normal, hard, very hard. Okay, so that just sets how many Volkswagen Beetles get in your way. So, even though the soundtrack is fantastic, let's move on to Sega Grand Prix. Look at this girl with a boob hanging weirdly. And this weird race car. Super Monaco Grand Prix. Sega is a trademark of Sega Enterprises. Engine specifications: 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V10. Developed by Sega. Wow. 7-speed, 4-speed, automatic. Check it out. Like her left boob is okay, but her right boob is just... there's something missing there. Anyways, let's play a game. Redefinable keyboard, interface, caption, cursor, joystick. Redefinable keyboard. Accelerate, decelerate, left, right, gear. Let's go with an automatic. I don't want to be too crazy. B class, A class, super class. 7 speeds. I don't think race cars had 7-speed manual transmissions back in those days. That is a weird graphic, I tell you. Happy with your controls? Yes, I am. Loading, please wait. Fire start, up, down, transmission select. Get ready, driver. Prepare to qualify at France wet conditions. I actually didn't launch this game far enough to see what the graphics are like. Oh wow. Let's see how this plays. Turns? Are any turns on this course? There we go. Tires don't squeal in this game. They just whistle. Whistle gently. Man, I wish my tires did that sound. So right off the bat, I would say the graphics are pretty damn decent. There is a little bit of what you might call it, color clash, attribute clash. There we go. Attribute clash, where the racetrack meets the background, going up and down the hills. Whoa. Fatal crash? Let's give it one more try. Didn't expect a fatal crash. But check out the graphics on the car. The tires turn when you turn. Your hand and the steering wheel turns. That takes work. Well, now I have an manual transmission for some reason. Since there's only one button to change gears, just wondering how are you supposed to... I guess downshifting means pressing the brake and shifting, maybe. That's what I did, that's what happens. Lines aren't straight on this road. But like I was saying, the graphics are pretty decent. Sounds not too bad. Weird sound from the transmission when you shift. Also, why would they put so many tires and signs on the side of the racetrack? That's just dangerous. And this being France, I wonder which circuit it is. Pretty damn long racetrack, that's for sure. But at least we haven't managed to kill myself yet. Oh, those whistling tires. Don't think I'll ever get tired of that. And you're always going towards that one building. Lap time. There we go. We managed to make it in 16th. Yay. Get ready, driver. Prepare to race at France. Wet conditions. Let's do one race. Maybe if we survive, we'll move on to the next game. Because I still want to check out the other games. Shift. We did see a car in front of us for a little bit, but they got away. So we're gonna try to chase them. See if we can actually catch up to anybody. Oh, there it is. A weird looking car from the back here. Oh, come on. This is a weird racetrack. Checkpoint? Why are there checkpoints all of a sudden? Why is it blinking? Stop! I get it. 16th. Or do I get eliminated if I finish 16th? Oh, maybe. Maybe I should pass that guy. Let's see if we can make it to a checkpoint before we get totally killed or something. So downshifting just for any turn. Isn't the best way to go. But it definitely looks like you get eliminated because we're down to 15 drivers now. What? I guess you either finish this race or you die. This is death race. This isn't Super Monaco Grand Prix. This is death race. Let's move on to Superbike Trans Am by Codemasters. Music's not bad. Splash graphics at least aren't bad. They are by Neil Adamson, whoever that is. Copyright 1989 Codemasters. So Codemasters is definitely still around, which is an amazing thing in itself. Just because there's really quite a few, just a small number, a few game studios that have survived since the 80s. And Codemasters was a studio that was quite active in the 80s. Obviously, these days they're known for racing games, and this is a racing game. But back in those days, they did develop other games on the Spectrum that I might show off at a later time. On the download, hush hush, Codemasters does not want you to spread ZX Spectrum games around that they made. So if you go to like World of Spectrum, you'll find that you cannot download their games anymore. You used to, and that's how I have it now, but you can't do it anymore. So let's see what Superbike is. Superbike Trans Am Codemasters, copyright 1999. Coding Ian Dunlop. Graphics Neil Adamson. Music Lyndon? Okay. The Bike Club. Those are numbers, I think. Very, very odd choice of font here. Okay. Okay. Just straight into a race, I guess. Q. O. P. Okay. Not sure why the character starts with a Pepsi logo on their back, but okay. Or why is he the only one in color? Or why are there cactuses in the middle of the road? So like any other of those games, it's basically... Weird crash. Still crashing? Okay, we're good. It's basically a single color game with just a splash of a different color. What the what was that? There's at least there's an explosion thing. Why would somebody put something like that on the road? How am I supposed to get through that? Okay, like what is that even? At least there's an explosion graphic, so we got that going for us, which is nice. I guess this is a Trans Am game, Trans Am race. Then maybe we are like driving through the desert or something. Miles per hour 248, stage 1 time. Oh, we're running out of time. Distance only 27 kilometers to go. Apparently we are going a lot faster than our miles per hour is showing. Game over. Still want to try out a couple other games, so we will move on. Graphics weren't too bad. There was a nice, like, you could see the hills moving around. But, yeah, definitely shows that Codemasters tried. Another one that doesn't like the 128K ROM. WEC Le Mans by Imagine. Imagine is a pretty well-known name as well. Sinclair joystick, Kempston joystick, cursor, keyboard, define keys. I do love when a game lets you define keys. Oop, wrong keys. Let's try that again. Define. Left, right, down, up. Change. WEC Le Mans. Let's see what this game is. Prepare to start the race. So once again, pretty damn similar graphics to what was it called? Hang On, I would say. Sound is something, I guess. Oh, should I switch gears? Yep, we definitely need to switch gears. It's a high and low. Okay, that's not too bad. Pretty similar to every other racing game that we've seen so far. Alright. Unique crash animation there. In case you wanted to see it again. Same thing happens if you hit a tree. 24, 24, 24 hours. So 24 hours of Le Mans is coming up next week, I believe. And for that I do have another... Oh, Jesus. I am planning on doing a special sort of stream for that as well. Extended play! Wow, cool. This is definitely not the Le Mans circuit. I can tell you that for free. And we will find out why I know that in a week. As I do plan on playing a Le Mans racing game. But we'll see exactly what we decide to go with later. So interestingly, the graphic at the oh, come on, just get the... Couldn't pass him. And strangely, they get bigger as you get closer to them, but not in the way that you would think. So graphic at the... Oh, Jesus. At the bottom right shows you which way your steering wheel is turned. Driver, retire to the pit. Spark plugs! Okay. Let's move. Oh, this was a Konami game. Wow. Interesting. Coding by John Mullins at Sentient Software in association with Mike Lamb at Imagine. Graphic by William Harbison. Imagine and Alec Morrell, Sentient. Music and effects by Jonathan Dunn. So Jonathan Dunn does do good music. Though the spectrum, the 48K spectrum is sort of limited to how good a music can do, really. One thing I wanted to try out. So this is the same game, but listen to this music. This is a different file that I found. So let's give this one a quick try, since it's going to be the same thing, right? Like, how can you explain the exact same game, but a different, completely different soundtrack to it? Also notice that there's no scrolling at the bottom telling you the copyright and all of that. Move this out of the way. Because the game itself... Oh, there's no sound in this. That is so weird. I noticed this when I was going through all my games that I have done on the Spectrum, that there were two almost exactly same named files. And I just wanted to try it out. So explain to me, why would somebody change the game just to add a different soundtrack and do that at the cost of removing the in-game sound? That is just weird. Anyways, so this is the exact same game. I'm not going to continue playing it. I would say the Grand Prix Manager game was definitely the best racing game that we played this evening. Just gonna let's play some random Spectrum game, because that was what I was having a lot of fun with last night or the night before that. What happened was, back in the 90s, I managed to get my hands on basically a CD with all the ZX Spectrum games that were available at that time. So let's see what's Lone Wolf. So I have a huge file with like 1,000 or whatever, 5,000 of all the ZX Spectrum games. So I can just go in and randomly pick a game, and you get something like this: Lone Wolf, audiogenic software, press fire to start, Mirror of Death. And listen to this soundtrack. That is something else. So I was having a lot of fun just randomly picking any game and just seeing a lot of garbage. Like, given that there's like a few thousand games for it, there's a lot of garbage. The Mirror of Death, start game, sound effects on, select K skills, define keys. Let's define keys. So I have no idea what this game is, I've never heard of it. Q, A, O, A. Boop. Quit. Monochrome. Okay, that was a lot of different keys. I'll play this one, and I'm gonna say if this is playable, we'll call it a night. Oh wow! Whoa! Check out the graphics on this thing. Whoa! Didn't mean to do that. Can't catch myself. Oh god. How come the what? Can I use the sword? Oh, okay. So just pressing the fire key does nothing, but in combination with the other movement keys, he definitely does do action. Anyway, let's see what happens when we move on. That's the nice thing about exploring all these weirdo games, is that you end up finding some true gems here. Yep, there's a jump. I would say as far as Spectrum platformer goes, this one's not too bad. Like, at least can't say how long I'll be able to last. No, wrong button. No, leave me alone, you stupid bird. Why? Just want to get out of here. Evil birds. So as far as the graphics go, they definitely tried something other than stick figures, so they got that going for them, which is nice. But the attack doesn't seem to be doing anything, or at least, oh god. Not a good choice of button presses there. Oh geez, I'm back to the bird. Leave me alone, you stupid bird. No. Can I kill it? Let's see if we can kill this bird. No, why did you come from the other side? No. Just keep going. So okay, so we gotta just line it up and then press the button and not get shot. Where's my life in this? I thought it was the bar at the bottom there, but it obviously hasn't moved in a while. Why? Okay, let's see if we can get killed, because I don't want to keep playing. You door! Hit me, door! Can I go through the door? Can punch! Okay, that does nothing to me. I can't even get killed in this game. Score is 0. Ugh. Anyways, I do want to call it a night, but I do want to get killed first. Why can't I get killed? This is the second time I'm ending a broadcast with trying to get killed and failing at it. I was praising this game, but now that I can't get killed, I gotta say I'm very disappointed. Okay, so character is unkillable. We are playing an immortal or something. Like, it looks like he's taking damage, right? What the hell was that? I can't tell what's going on in this game. Anyways, I am going to finish off this stream with playing demo music. Once the Spectrum was finished with its, let's say, gaming life. Oh, I am losing life there. It started a whole different life as sort of a music development computer. The 128K Spectrum did come with a decent enough sound chip that people found it pretty decent for making music. So it developed what was called a demo scene, where people were making programs, demos, just to make music. So I'll finish off this stream with one of those demos, just to show off what the Spectrum could do at that time. Let me just find something appropriate. He is slowly dying. You can see the little pip at the bottom there. He's on the last one. Let me see if I can find something decent to end this with. There we go. So let's see if we can just wait it out. We'll just wait it out. Let's see if he can get killed. Almost there. Almost there. Still there. Wait for it. No. Maybe. Almost there. No. No. Why would you program a game where you can basically play and... It just gave me more life. Okay, so... I'm gonna leave it here. Gonna leave that music playing if you guys want to continue watching the music. It's a couple minutes. It's probably not worth watching if you don't like chiptunes. But otherwise, I'll wish you guys good night. Most likely I will not stream until next Friday, but we'll see how tired I am on this Sunday. If I feel up to it, I'll stream some more Shenmue, because I do want to continue playing that game. So to you guys watching, I wish you good night, and I hope you guys enjoy this music. Let's see here. There we go. And we start the demo. Binary Love. And I wish you guys good. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's select this, since at 128 Spectrum should be able to handle it. Binary Love. Here we go. Enjoy. Good night.